pace, eat, pace, pace, and wonder why I'm here. What got me here? My crystal meth addiction got me here. And I don't care who you are, but you spend that much time in isolation by yourself, something will start happening to you, bro. And something started happening to me on my brain, on my psyche, bro. Not seeing a human for 3 years, I could see the hair growing on my face. My beard was out of control, bro. And my pigmentation on my skin was losing the complexion because I didn't feel the sun, bro, for 3 years, bro. And I came to the point where I wanted to smash my head into the wall, bro, just from the isolation, and the pacing, and the pacing, and the pacing, and the contemplating. And I was in a very dark place, bro. And on day came, I woke up one morning, and images of my childhood was growing up, like going to Tiger Woods, barbecuing down the beach, hugging my mom. All my childhood memories was flashing through my head, bro. And one voice would come to my head and tell me, look what you said, bro. You said a little 7x7 cell ran me head in the wall, Kyle. Ran me head in the wall. And I was like, yeah. I'm gonna ram my head into this wall. Look what you said. You was a state champ, fourth in the world. Oh, and look where you stand now. In a 7x7 cell by yourself. You don't belong. You know, ram your head in the wall. And at that time in my life, it sounded like a good idea. So I walked back 3 steps to the back of my cell, and I was ready. I was ready for lunge toward and smashing my head into the wall. Yeah, but I couldn't. I was frozen. I got frozen. Something was holding me back against my wall, bro. And growing up as a child, nobody introduced me to God. God was not instilled in me as a child. It's one thing that was not instilled in me. And when I was a child, I saw one show of one guy needed help. And he was on his knees asking this guy named God for help. I remember those images started flashing through my head. Those images of this man on his knees asking this guy God was flashing through my head. So all I did was drop to my knees and copy what I saw in my head. So I went down on my knees in my little 7x7 gray walls with no windows. And I said, God, if you're out there, bro, help me. Help me. My name is Kyle Kilausi. And I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for all the crimes I did back home. Help me, God. Help me. I instantly felt something in my body. The feeling of smashing my head was gone. All that negative feelings was gone, bro. And I'd stand up in my cell, and that's when I got saved, bro. That's the day I got saved. And I know that God was standing by for me, because when I said amen, I instantly felt right in my soul. And that all that time, facing and sitting in my cell, I realized that He just was waiting. He just was waiting for me to surrender. And that's the day I surrendered. And altogether, I was in my isolation cell for 3 years and 2 weeks. And that door would finally open to my isolation. And I saw 2 big guards by looking at me. And they told me, Kyle, you're right. I never seen a human for 3 years now. And I look at them and I said, I think so. I think all right. He said, let's go, bro. Let's go. I said, where are you going? He said, you're going to the high, bro. I said, what is that? He said, you don't know what the high is? I said, no. My first time, bro. He said, this is your first time in prison. You just did 3 years and 2 weeks in a hole. I said, yeah. Oh, bro. I'm going to share with you something real fast. When you see people on the news, 2 people, they're instantly labeled as high custody inmates because they're never going to see the light of day again. And their mentality becomes high risk. They're high risk inmates. So they place these individuals in a certain building, which is labeled high risk. They put gang leaders, people with influence in that little room, in that building, because they're high risk. They put me, Kyle Kilause, 6-time state champ, fourth in the world, never been to a fight in my life, in high custody prison because Iron escaped from a Hilo jail because I wanted for smoke crystal meth. So they're pushing me up one hill in a wagon. I said, I'm wagon pushing me up to the high where I would live for the next 7 years.